If you are looking for an aggressive sounding and looking way to transform your 2015 through 2020 2.7 liter EcoBoost F-150 without pouring all of your money into the exhaust system, this Rough Country dual side exit exhaust system with the black tips is going to be a strong option to consider. Now, this exhaust will be sure to create deeper tones for a sportier presence to your F-150 while not going overboard on volume or interior noise, making it a great choice for the exhaust enthusiast that wants to hear their system when they're on the throttle but not be bothered by it while they're cruising. Now, for that reason, I'm giving this a 3 out of 5 on the loudness meter, with 1 being stock and 5 being wake the neighbors loud. Aside from the sound of the system, this is also an ideal choice for the F-150 owner who is searching for a darker and a dual exit approach to sharpen up the look of the back of their build. Now, this exhaust will deliver a deeper tone to the 2.7 and add a little bit more volume than your factory exhaust system thanks to the higher flow design. Now, while the system won't be extreme on loudness, it is going to be noticed inside the cab area when you do get on that gas pedal, which again is great if you enjoy hearing the exhaust and the aggressiveness, but don't specifically want that drone or that sound at a lower RPM range, keeping any annoyance to a minimum. Another big benefit to this system is simply the look, switching it up to a more aggressive black tip on either side, matching with other black accessories and elevating the appearance of the back of the truck tenfold, especially compared to your boring factory exhaust system. Now, all of this tubing on the table here is made of a 409 16 gauge stainless steel construction. All of it's going to be mandrel bent for smooth airflow, and the material itself is going to resist rust pretty well, much better than the factory exhaust system and other systems that are made with something like an aluminized steel. Now, the crucial portions of this exhaust, like the tips, the clamps, and the muffler, are all going to be made of a high quality 304 stainless steel, and that's going to resist rust completely and hold up in extreme conditions. So those portions that you can not only see but also can alter the sound are going to hold up very well, especially over a long period of time. Now, the dual wall tips on the back will have a high temp resistant black powder coat on top to elevate the look, and we'll have the Rough Country logo stamped onto them for some additional style. Now, this will also be completely bolt on and modification free, so you're not going to have to do any welding or any cutting with this system. It comes with everything in the kit in order to bolt it up. Now, this system will come in at about $600, which will make this a cost-effective choice, especially for a dual exit system. Now, while it is more affordable, it will have a quality construction and an intuitive one, in my opinion, saving the more expensive and higher grade materials like 304 for the vital parts of the system and going with 409 for the rest of the piping, which will hold up well, but will also not cost as much as a full 304 system. Now, along with the longevity of this system, this will be well balanced in sound as well, with minimal cruising interior noise and overall a deep sound to your 2.7 liter when you're on the throttle, making this a standout pick when it comes to your truck. Now, install is going to be a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. It is relatively straightforward and it is completely bolt-on, but I do recommend a little bit of mechanical know-how in order to tackle this job. Now, if you have the right tools and have the right setup, it should only take you about 3 hours or so to get this fully installed on your truck. Now, speaking of the install, one of our customers here has put this on their F-150 and is going to show you all of the details step by step of how you can get this onto yours at home. So that's going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
All right, before we get started, we're going to need a couple tools to get off the old exhaust, stock exhaust, and put on the new Rough Country dual exhaust system. You're going to need a 9/16 socket, a 9/16 wrench. You're going to need a 10mm socket, a 13mm socket, a 16. I opted to go with the Milwaukee adapter here. See if that'll work for me. But let's get the stock exhaust off. All right, for these 2 bolts, you're going to need the 13mm socket. You can see that 13mm socket fits right on there, and we'll take these off and loosen them. All right, right, a little further, we're gonna move down and remove these 2 bolts, and we're gonna use a 10mm socket to remove those 2 bolts. All right, now that I got all that removed, I am going to go down to the bottom here and remove that piece, and then let's pull her out of here, bro. All right, so I ran into a little bit of a problem. I can't remove the exhaust without removing my spare tire while I am working on my truck on the ground. So I am going to be using the jack itself to remove the spare tire. All right, next I'm going to be removing the plate that protects the tire from the exhaust, so we can remove the exhaust. All right, now we're going to reinstall the flange with the bolts included in the kit. I am going to opt to not tighten anything fully until I got everything installed. Again, at this point, I am going to opt to hand tighten things until I have it set in place. We are going to install this one into this hanger. Take our big old fat boy here. Get her hung up. Loosen her a tad. There we go. Everything's nice and snug. My favorite tool is my leg. Alright. Now we're going to come down here. Loosen this up a little bit. There we go. Alright, let's loosen her up. Slip her on. Let's get this in place. To the best of my ability here. I do believe I'm in. There we go. Just gonna tighten that up a little bit. Let's go ahead and slap this bad boy on the other side. that on there. Okay. Now we gotta get this set in the hanger. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to install my hanger. My plate. The nut, I'm going to hand tighten it until I get my hanger in place. Hang this. There we go. Making sure my pipe is all the way on. Alright. Now that I got that in place, I'll put my clamp on, slide my pipe on, bring my clamp over. Again, I'm going to hand tighten it. At this point, it's going to hang until I get it tightened on. I'm going to switch back over to this side and do the same thing. All right. Let's go ahead and get that spare tire put back in. Let's get these exhaust tips on there and let's hear this bad boy.
So that is going to wrap it up for my review and the install of this Rough Country dual exhaust side exit system with the black tips fitting all 2015 through 2020 2.7 liter EcoBoost F-150s, and you can find this system right here at AmericanTrucks.com.